Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today we just have another mail opening. It is a 2-parcel job today, and as promised in the previous video, we have one really quite cool pickup here, and then the other, well, do you remember last week when we got the summon skull with the big dent in the side? And we got the dusty roads that was completely squashed. You see, I have these weird phases in my life where everything I buy just goes wrong. A good example is back when the Ultimate Edition Jeff Hardy came out, and I ended up returning it twice before I settled for the third one that came. This one has been going on for quite a while. After that happened the previous week, and then your postman hands you this. Anyone handing you any parcel in a plastic bag is never a good start. This phase of everything I buy going wrong has been going on for at least 3 months now, which is probably the longest one ever. As you can see, there's a huge dent in that side and a massive hole in that side, so that's good. So we're going to start off with this one. This is a pretty cool bundle. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. It's one that I nearly gave up on, but I bid a little bit more and then I got it. So the first thing in this is an Elite Eric Rowan. So I'll be honest, initial impressions, maybe this will be getting resold after all. My intentions with this were to replace the one I already had. I got one in late 2020 when I was wanting to do those Black Wednesday and NWA pick feds. I actually really liked this figure at the time. Like, I thought it was just really gnarly. I'm kind of over it now. Because the wind was taking out my sales when I was trying to film the Black Wednesday pick fed, and I tried to raise the leg of this figure, and it became the first Mattel figure I ever owned that broke. So yeah, that took the wind out of the pick fed and the figure. So I got the sheep masks. I think that one only cost me about £6. This bundle cost me about £10.50, I think. And I thought, you know, this could be a good replacement for him, but he's a bit wobbly legged, so maybe not. But I don't know. We probably wouldn't be using him anytime soon for anything anyway. So I don't know. We'll see how I feel. And the next thing is for a custom. It is a suited Jamie Noble. Oh, maybe it's not for a custom. Oh, I hadn't realised he has an earpiece in. Because, of course, the whole idea here was that I was going to head swap it onto a Daniel Bryan body, paint the trunks a bit, and make a Jamie Noble. But that, I mean, obviously we could slice that bit on the bottom off, but we can't really do anything about the moulding around his ear. That's a shame. But I guess it's another suit body. This one actually seems to be scaled to Jamie Noble. As you can see, it's absolutely minuscule. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you could use it for an in-scale. I could use it for an in-scale Mean Gene. Not that you know, I've got more parts for Mean Gene now, and I already have a full body for Mean Gene. But I could, if I wanted him to be in scale and have a blue tie, I could make him Mean Gene. And the next thing, let's see, we've got some smaller figures. I don't know if they're all Rumblers, but we've got an Ultimate Warrior and a Sheamus. Good God, that is horrifying. That is just, yeah. They're just to resell. They're just going to be going straight back on eBay. Thought we had something else in there, but I think, oh, yep, we do. We've got some weird kind of Undertaker. Not sure what line this is from. Again, just going to be resold. I mean, it's a decent likeness for Triple H, that, isn't it? Maybe closer to Undertaker, I guess, but it doesn't look far off our Paul Levesque. And the last thing is a Berserker Elite. So this isn't the kind of bundle I would normally bid on, but I felt like I had enough plans for what I was going to do with it. You know, custom, replacement, and then just a Berserker with no accessories. Honestly, we might be looking at a complete resale job now. I hadn't really thought that the Jamie Noble head would have the earpiece on it. The joints on the Eric Rowan aren't great. And I mean, the joints on this seem to be okay. The legs are maybe a little bit wobbly, maybe a little bit loose on that leg. Yeah, the arms seem pretty solid. It's in pretty decent condition. Of course, we don't have the accessories, but we could always just hold on to them for the time being. You know, see what we come across later. Yeah, it might get resold, it might get kept. Probably going to get kept, if I'm completely honest. So yeah, that's that bundle. We got Berserker, Jamie Noble, Eric Rowan, a Sheamus, and Ultimate Warrior Rumblers, which will just get bundled up. The Sheamus is actually hairy. I don't know if that's going to show up on the camera, but there's actually hair down the side of him. That's kind of weird. It's like fluff or something stuck to him. I have a couple of other Rumblers, so, you know, I'll probably just bundle those all up with that. And then we've got this little Undertaker figure as well. And then we are moving on to the other parcel. Now, this is really cool. As I said in the last video, this is one of the few figures that was left on my, like, highest wants list. You know, I've done a pretty good job of picking up most of the people that I really want over the last couple of years. You know, even if we cast the net round to like 2020, I've probably cleared off a lot of the list. A lot of the figures left are like Mr. Perfect, which obviously just got a new figure. You know, we got Papa Shango, we got Vader, we got Bam Bam Bigelow, Rikishi. A lot of these big names that were on my list have been ticked off, and this is one more. Now, the listing didn't make it look like it was in very good condition or that it was very clean. So I'm not holding my breath, and I did not get this for a good price. I think after a certain amount of time just searching for it all the time, I just bit the bullet and went for it. This was the best price I'd ever seen for one on auction. I actually let it sell. I completely forgot about it, and it sold originally on starting bid for £20 plus postage. They actually relisted it for 15 plus postage, so I just took a bid. No one else bid, so we got it. It's another kind of go-to guy for the Fed. Mostly going to be enhancement talent, but I'm sure, you know, he might have a tag run at some point, and he might have title runs, who knows. It's someone I have picked up before, and I think has been in a mail opening before, but then I traded it off to a friend. We've now got another one. So this is my Finlay. So, initial impressions. There is a bit of paint wear. It does have a bit of marking. It's maybe that kind of blackness around this kind of crotch area that made me think it was maybe a bit unclean. I actually think that's just marks, but you know, it probably wouldn't hurt to have a bit of a wash. The knee pads are a little bit dirty as well. The singlet is a little bit worn, but the face is brilliant, and that is probably more important. Again, could maybe do with a bit of a clean around the details, but all in all, it's not too bad at all. The joints. Oh, I was very brave to keep going with that. Seem to be all right. I mean, that could be stiffer, but it could also be looser. The waist is fine. Very good. Very good. Very good. So this was about £18.50, which is about as good as you can expect for a Finlay, really, nowadays. I did get one a few years ago for around 12, which was really good at the time. Then I traded it to a friend because it seemed like he was a more important character in the Friends Fed, and he traded me Vladimir Kozlov, which seemed like a fair enough trade at the time, but as it's gone since then, the Kozlovs have sort of stayed at the same, and the Finlays seem to have just gone through the roof. You know, the Kozlovs you can probably pick up for like less than 20. Finlay, this £18.50 is easily the best price I've ever seen for it since the one I got for £12. That one was probably in better condition as well, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, again, I mean, you know, I've completely given up on the idea. Ooh, don't want him falling off. I've completely given up on the idea of the Black Wednesday pick fed now, but Finlay would have been useful in that as well. You know, obviously Eric Rowan would have been good in that, so bit of synergy there. Berserker, of course, again. Jamie Noble. and the little figures as well. That's everything I've got for you guys today. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this one. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.